This is Meri at the Meri Atelier, and this is an impromptu live stream. I missed my Friday night stream. I slept right through it. Sorry. I had a big day yesterday, I guess. It wore me out. Let me get my phone up on the clip here. It's a little jiggly. Hold on. Is that Jacqueline? Hi, ladies. I was in Jacqueline's stream, her cell last night, and I signed off and I said, I'm gonna, well, my brother came home and he turned the TV on. I slept right through the television. I slept right through his loud TV. I just have a couple things I want to show you. I've been sorting today out in the living room, bringing things back in to here. Things that I want in here. And I ran across some journals. Now this is a ledger journal. It's not my Boo Ram one. I'm gonna find the Boo Ram one. This is a journal cover that I did when I was still following Rosemary Morris's Caboodles. And I can't remember, I cannot pronounce the name of it's like Chihuahua or something like that. It's a Mexican region, and she did a caboodle on it, and she did something similar to this, and I put it on the front of this ledger. And we were talking ledger journals because of my short that I did, and I want to tell the folks that may not be in our art community and may not know that the lady you see in my shorts on Dream Screen, when you see an older lady with hair pulled back, that's not me. That's probably my alter ego. I'm a little bit younger than that lady. She's a little older than me. I say, I'm going to catch up. I'm going to catch up to her. But I do have gray hair, white hair actually, and I do pull it back. I generally wear tights and things like this around home. This is actually a t-shirt that I got when Susan Hiles was still selling that brand, that popular brand of leggings. So I baked some bread this morning, and I've just been kind of taking it easy today, but I thought it might be fun to work in this ledger. So I'm finding things that I need and I want to finish in here. It looks like I have a pattern of sorts here. I'm not sure what I was doing. So I did not fill up, obviously, all the pages. There's not a whole lot of pages in here. I think I will work on keeping it very thin. But I wanted to show this to you because, yeah, I'm loving how colorful this is. Now, let me sit down. I'm not going to be on a long time, but I thought I would come in and show you a few things here. Let me get the fan. Let me get to my stream so I can say hello to folks who have popped in here. Oh, let me turn the sound down. I got an ad. Yeah. Oh, it's Jacqueline and Joyce. Welcome in, welcome in. Hi, Jacqueline. Hi, Joyce. Welcome, ladies. Let's see. While just a few in here, let's set my quality up to 1080, and let's set my chat to all messages. There we go. And I see a few of you out in the balcony. That's fine. So, and then I ran across this. Now, I have a bunch of smaller journals out in the bookcase where I sit. Look, here's some black lace. I'll put that in my lace jar. And I have some smaller journals here that I can't fit into the bookcase. This is something that I made with Becky. Let's pull this out. I think I'm going to set this up as a little shelf. It could actually fit, well, I don't know if I want to put it up so high though, but I think I'll cover this not today, but I'll cover. This was, obviously I must have got it at Walmart because it says 97 cents fat quarters. And I must have asked if I could have it. It's a nice sturdy box. And I've got some little pieces in here I could use for my fall. And I want to mention, I did post, I think it's a member post, it might be a public post, where I am dropping hints and encouraging you to drop hints of things. And I think Legia and Sylvia dropped some really nice suggestions of things you can do in your fall journal. Hi, Connie. It's good to see you, too. Welcome in, Connie Stanley. Connie, I ran across your Facebook profile this morning, and I'm going, well, I knew a Stanley. Gosh, I can't remember his name now. Bill. No, it was Staley. It wasn't Stanley. But you reminded me of him. Back in my 20 to 30s, I knew him. I didn't know him personally, but he was in our youth group at church. And when I saw your name, it reminded me of him, and I wondered if you were related, and I went, but you're Stanley, you're not Staley. So, but you reminded me of him. Let me pull these out, because these are some zines, and I think this might be, no, this is a tag book that I made with Tanya, and it's hooked on. These are some of my Tanya, this, that, and chat. She and Lisa Conway were doing journals. I'm just going to pull these out and go through them. And I have a whole bunch of these smaller journals out. Look, there's, I think Sharon Lombard sent me that. Out on a shelf by my recliner. And I didn't have room for these, so what do you do? Dee Dee, what do you do? Let's just pull them out and look at them, and that will probably be all I'll do in this. Do I have another one in there? In this stream. I wanted to show you that ledger because some of you have dropped good ideas of things I can do in the ledger journal. And yeah, that lady who, she's kind of my alter ego. Like I said, I'll probably look like her in about 4 years, maybe next year. So, yeah, welcome in, everybody. Let's start. Well, let's start with this one. This is a little book box, and I think it was made to hold ATCs. And look, I have some ATCs. Oh, I have these that I don't care for. They are birds. These are, yeah, I think they're ATCs. 2.5 by 3.5. These are ATCs. I never liked my birds. They were copper, and then I painted them blue. I don't know, I might paint them red. So tweet. So tweet. And I do like my little string nests here. And Jacqueline, Amy was selling those threads for 50 cents, and I bought a set of blue of them. And it was just a mass of twisted threads. And I thought, well, I'm going to buy those and see what happens. So I could do, this is an ATC holder. It represents a book. See, you did the pages. I did this with Becky at Aunt Beck's Creations. Hi, Rhonda. Oh, it's good to see you, lady. Thanks for popping in. So there's that. I'm just going to set it up here. Let's do this one. Well, no, let's set this aside because it's nice and thick. Let's do a smaller one. This looks like something I haven't, this looks actually like Happy Mail, or it came in Happy Mail. These look like some stickers. Oh, and I baked some cinnamon bread today, and I put that as a prompt on that September list on the post tab. I think it might be a public, or it might be a members only. These are floral stickers, but I might be able to use a couple of them in well, they're pretty springy. This one's a little fallish, but So these are floral stickers. This will go in my sticker box. And if you watched my real early in the morning, I did a studio tour because I couldn't sleep. And I should have gone online then, but I wasn't. I was afraid I'd be up all hours. So when I do a little studio tour, oh, and this was sent to me by Taz. This is Happy Mail. He has passed away, but he did calligraphy, and he did my name in calligraphy. Taz was the name of his cat. I think Frank was his first name. I'm going to put that in my Happy Mail bucket. I'm going to set it over here for now. Here's a zine that I think I sent out. This, I think, is the master one. It's the Snow Globe zine. Do I need to zoom in? Let me zoom in a little so you guys can see. Zoop. Zoop. This is a zine that I sent out. I think I sent it out around Christmas of 2022. Might have been New Year's. Always a night from old to new. So it was New Year's from 2022 to 2023. Always a night from old to new. Each morn is New Year's morn come true. All days are sacred days. All nights are sacred nights. See, there's the celebrating New Year's Eve, the time clock, deer, and the cardinal. And that's just a red bow and a snow globe. Only a night from old to new. Only a sleep from night to morn. The new is but the old come true. Each sunrise sees a new year born. And you can see at this time I still did not have, well, it's not bad folded, but, oh, I get an ad over my chat. I see you, Mary, just as you popped off. Oh, on the studio thing. Hi, Janet Nash. You remember me doing that one, Janet? Yeah. So that's a little zine. This I did on the move in 2017. This was the Nebraska Junk Jaunt. And I did this in the car at McDonald's. I still ate at McDonald's back then. And I recorded the happenings on my, here I met some little doggies at one of the houses I went to. And here's kind of the map of where I went. And that Nebraska Junk Jaunt is coming up again in a week or so. I have to check. I'm kind of saving my money for it. I think it's the third week, but it's in kind of northern Nebraska. And you can't see, but this is a town, we live way down over here, about 70 miles down here in Nebraska, almost down to the Kansas border, not quite. And then you go up, and here's the town. Grand Island is the town where my brother goes to the VA, and I go to Hobby Lobby. And that Nebraska Junk Jaunt goes way up to Broken Bow, which is way up here. And I think I went I might even go further, but that's as far as I went in 2017. And I turned around and came back home. I haven't gone since. I want to go this year. I don't need any more junk, so I'm going to be very selective, but it's the fun of going. And this was done off of a McDonald's sack, so it's kind of just a sack, a paper sack. Let's put that there, put my zine here, these are things I've looked at. This looks like I think this is a piece that was donated to, or given to me by Dee Dee. She had these wrist bracelets, and I'm using them to, at one time they were on sale at Hobby Lobby, and I'm using to close this. Now, I don't think she did this. This is just a little board book journal. I put a sketch of Ruby Rose and Papa Pierre. And this was just a background page. Here's that cat that I just put in my zine. And I have some unfinished pages. This was a watercolor, an urban sketch that I did out in the boonies. And it looks like I was doing some swatches of watercolor there. This is not in any way completed. This is watercolor paper. What's that? Looks like I was trying to do a tat on there or something. And there's a kitty cat, a sketch, and one more. Oh, just playing. I don't know, not sure what I was doing in this book. But you know, they don't all have to be perfect. They're there for you. These art journals are your playgrounds. So there's that one. Here's a smaller one. Now, was this gifted? Some of these were gifted to me. This looks almost like Becky's doing here. If I had my thoughts about it, I would think that I got it from Becky, but I'm not sure. It just looks like Miss Becky. I got a bobby pin in there. Let's see what's on the inside. Is this an envelope? Oh, I think the bobby pin was holding the little bits. I'm not sure where I got this, but I did not make it. I don't think I made it. This looks familiar. So I might have made it. I don't know. It reminds me of Becky for some reason. I should have date these things that if I make it and don't use it. It looks like my work because I put the tassel on the back of it. So it might have been painted paper from Becky. She could tell us. I don't think that she made the journal though, because this is my work here. So there's that one. It's empty. This one looks like something I made with Tanya and Lisa. Oh, this was from, Becky made one of these and I was following along. It was the ABC. We were following Barb Owen, and each one of these prompts you're supposed to put something positive, a positive quote. Becky went further on hers than I got on mine. I got to Z with all my alphabets, but I didn't put any positive quotes in there. So I should go back and finish this somehow. But I did make this one. It's supposed to be positive quotes. There's Becky. She says, I'll be over after I finish watching the dress unboxing. Oh, Becky, I hope she posts that. I'm sure she will. Dress unboxing. Becky is doing Project Dress a Girl. Joyce is here. Rhonda popped in. Katia. There's our tatting instructor. We get to start up in October or later this month. Katia, when is your first needle tatting class? I keep forgetting. I know you'll send out notices. We are sitting there. We're ready to tat. We're ready to tat, tat, tat on the 24th. Okay. I'm going to put that on my calendar. I'm going to put that on my calendar as soon as I find a good pen. And, oh, I always laugh because I have so much scrap paper, and when I want a piece, it's nowhere to be found. But look, what? I had it. Here, let me tear a little piece. October 24th. And I think it's at 3 p.m. Eastern on the Tatted Muse. Katia, you are a mod. Would you put a link to your channel? Needle tatting. September 9, 24. I'm going to put that. I just put a note. I'll put it on my calendar, my Google Calendar. I can't do it right now, but on the 24th, Yes, please drop a link to your channel. Katia is an excellent teacher. Needle tatting, if you're interested in needle tatting or even in shuttle tatting too, she will answer your shuttle tatting, but she really doesn't teach it. Tammy Montgomery at the online tatting class teaches it. Katia is a part of the online tatting classes, but she teaches her classes now on her own channel. And I believe they get linked into the online tatting resources somehow. I'm not sure exactly how that happens, but she is an excellent instructor. I am so looking forward to it, Katia. Hi, Mina. There's Mina. Welcome in, Mina. All right, let's go to this one, which I know I made because this looks like my work. And here again, it's just another, this was done with tablet paper. We need to get in here and finish some of these. Unfinished journals. I really do need to keep these out that are, which is all of them, unfinished and do some work in them. Now, these I know, this came from Sharon Lombard because this is Fractor. This is oh look, here's a recipe for Pennsylvania Dutch apple butter. And I was doing a Fractor art on my channel, and Sharon says, oh, we have Pennsylvania Dutch in our family. And she sent me some cards, and it looks like I put this one on my book here. And I might have some Fractor in here. Now, I made this journal out of those paper sacks. You can get them on Amazon. I think there's a card in there. There is a card from Sharon. Wonder. No, this, I think Sharon sent me this. It's a mind map. The topic is Fractor. Did you send this to me? No, I think I drew this. I don't even remember doing it because this is my mind map. I put wonder as my who, what, when, where, why, how, and wonder. And wonder holds all the whenevers, why nots, what ifs. And I put that all under the category of wonder. See, I have wonder here. And then I mind mapped Fractor when, you know, the what, the Fractor motifs, the challenges, the etymology, research, mind map. I did that. I don't even remember doing it. I'm going to put it back in here. If I can. Come on, get in there. Boy, that bread is smelling good. I took it out of the oven, and it's cooling off. And it, boy, I'll tell you, it raised really nice, and it looks like it baked nice. I wonder if I can just put it there for now. Put it in the pocket. Will that close? No. Let's put it back in here. I'm not getting it in the pocket right. There we go. It fits. I just had to get it in there. And this was from Sharon Lombard. Oh, that ads keep covering up my chat. Oh, okay, Janet. Have a great dinner. It's their dinner time. It's their evening dinner time. The UK is 6 hours ahead of Central Time, so it's probably between 6 and 7 over there. Mina's saying hello to everybody. Let me pin. Whoops. I wanted to pin this. It's not letting me pin it. It's going to it. I need a word to pin it. When I hit Katia's, it either goes to her profile or to her channel. Whenever you drop a link and I want to pin it, be sure to put a link saying the Tatted Muse or whatever you're showing, so that I can pin the message if I want. I can't pin it, but there's Katia's channel, the Tatted Muse. And even if, you know, go back and if you're interested, look at some of her old playlists, because, man, I'll tell you, she is a super instructor. And I need to go back and look at some of the old playlists myself to get myself refreshed. Okay, so this is my I put fracture in here. I've just got some pages. I made this out of those books. And here's another card. I think this probably came, I think these are just envelopes. Came from Sharon's. And I should put that card in here. Oh, I'm going to have another. Let's put this card in here. Come on, don't be stubborn. There. And I'll just leave it like, what's this? That went inside. I'm not sure what I was doing there. I'll just tuck it this way. And I think there's some more fracture in here. Card from Sharon again. I put all her cards in here. This is a Pennsylvania Dutch cupboard. And those are quite popular. And that's just the card to it. For it, like Sharon sent me. Sharon Lombard is such a generous person. She sends me pretty neat, and she does wonderful art. I've got one of her pieces of art in my September zine. And let's see. I've got to look at everything. I haven't looked at these for a long time. This one is stuck. Come on, get unstuck. Oh, it's another card. This is just for fancy, and they're samplers. This is a fancy work, Pennsylvania Dutch, and it's a happy birthday card, but I don't think she sent it on my birthday. She sent it because it was a fracture card, Pennsylvania Dutch card. And, whoops, did I not put that in? Hold on, Mary's fumble fingers. Actually, it goes over here. No, that's a single page. I need a double page to put it in. I've got some single pages in here. Here we go. Now, where's the card? Put it in like that. And I put them in sideways because they stick out and I don't want them to get all wrinkly. And then I've just got some single pages here. I really have not worked in this. I did a little fracture art. That's mine. I think this came from Sharon. She decorated it all up. And that's the end of that. This is a journal that I made. I'm really liking this. I made it out of a doily. Again, it's not one I finished. It actually goes like this. This is one of those antimacassars or whatever things that you put on your armchairs, to cloth on armchairs on the arms to keep the cloth from getting worn. And it was a really pretty one, and I could not cut it up. So I made a little art journal out of it, and this has a doily on both the back and the front, a bow, and I put a bow pin here. And then I have pages in here that are stationary. Well, let me hold it like so. Oh, these are stickers, flourishes. And this is, almost looks like some Jacqueline's papers, or this is an onion skin. I'm not sure where I got it. Some stationery, I guess, in here. And of course, it's all blank. You can make journals and not have anything in them. Yeah, that's, yeah, at Tatty Moose. Let me pin that. There we go. Here's a clothespin zine that I did. This was fun to do. This one I did online, and you guys kind of read the verse to me, or I got the verse inspired by you. It's a clothespin zine, clothesline zine, not a clothespin, although there are clothespins on it. But the verse reads, here's a basket deep and wide, right here, and then there's the clothespin bag is hanging off of the clothesline, and I got some little cloth pants on there. And this is a bag of clothespins hanging. I glued it down so it wouldn't flop around. And it says, here is the basket deep and wide. Here is the clothes, all flying. I think Rhonda, if she's Jinx, Rhonda, if you're in, you remember this one, because I think you helped do this. And there's a little cloth dress and a tea towel. Hi, Patty. Welcome in. I'm just going through some small journals here. After I get through these, I'll probably sign off. I'm not going to be on too long. Some socks in the sunshine. Here's the clothes all flying. Here's the sun so warm and bright. You go to the next page and it says, here's the big red bird friend on the pole. And there's a little frilly blouse and a little under pantaloons, and looks like a red towel of sorts. And here's a little hanky at the end. It's a hanky at the end. Here's the linens blowing free. See the doggy running. No more wearing bras for me. And the little dog grabbed the bra and he's running away. I just love how that ends. Hi, Mama Juju. You just got up from your bath and you're listening. Well, welcome in, Juju. And I just love how this ended, because this was not my idea here of the little dog running away with the bra. And it's a pink bra for October, I guess. And it says, and now the wash line is drying. This is one of my favorite zines. You guys really participated in that. This came off of something. Looks like some plates. And, oh, I could use these little bits for October. I'm going to keep them out. Here is a small one. Some wax seals on there. I'm going to do some more. You know what, you guys? I think I'm going to join one of Be Good Lettering's workshops, because I really enjoy her. See, I got a photograph on the back. Let's see how this opens around here. I got a tea bag opener here. And little flap there. And this just says, happy, fun, laugh, good times, happy and fun. One of those little wooden dollar store embellishments, and that's a bee on that, a bee wax seal. And if you go in, oh, it's a flip here. There's a, this is a wax seal that I made, or is that a button? I think that's a button, and I made used it for a wax seal. And there's a cowgirl. Annie Oakley, I think. And just some little pictures in here, poster stamps. And this is really thin paper. I'm not sure if this is tea bags, I think. Tea bag journal. I think this piece of fabric might have come from Arlene. I can't remember where I got that fabric. It's really pretty. It's got gold stitching on, or yeah, gold trim. I can't remember where I got that. This is just a little button of two girls and something or other there. Some of my little cameo button charms. Just a little tea bag journal. That's what this is. These pages are tea bags. On Wisconsin. I was no longer living in Wisconsin then, but these are just some numbers and some ladies. And this one I actually finished. A gentleman at the back. It's a tea bag journal. And then there's a photograph back here of a man. Actually, I think he's laying down on the ground. If you put it this way, it doesn't look right. This one I actually finished. See if I can close it up again. I'll just, well, I should probably do it twice, so it doesn't rip off of my. So there's that one. Dream, Faith. This was, looks like a zine that I was doing, but it fell apart. It's off of a, well, no, it didn't really fall apart. It just didn't. This is a well, let's just open it up. It's a zine made out of something, a different type of paper. It almost feels like I did a color melted crayon on there, because it feels kind of oily, and when you use melted crayon paper, it makes it oily. I'm not sure how I did this. And then I wrote on this with all my, let's fold it up like a zine. I wrote on it with all of my, goes like that, my fine line paint applicator. So it was kind of a experimental zine, I guess you could say. I like it though. So there's another zine. These I'm going to save out because I think I can use them in my September journal. And check there's Becky, she's back. She's got a lot of dresses in this week since Wednesday's video live. Now I'll watch Meri and work on my own dresses. Well, welcome back, Becky. You are doing a super job. I just admire you. I admire your, hi, Legia. There's Legia. We interviewed Legia in our member stream. You guys get to know her. She is a, I'm going to embarrass her now, but she's a fascinating, interesting person. Right, Legia? Says, huh? Mama, let me know if you didn't get anything I'll send back. Who's she talking to? Oh, Juju. Katia's talking to Juju. No, I didn't. I'll check it. Let's see what it. Katia said. Did you receive the email I sent you about needle tatting from the Tatted Muse? Oh, Juju. Join. You will not regret joining Katia's classes. This is just a piece of black paper. I think I'll save some of this stuff out. This was a journal. Looks like it almost looks like just a book cover, and it looks like I have a red trim on it. I don't know if I've done anything in it. It's just a start book cover. I think I got this probably from Johnny, and we should do something in this. It's got an embossed, it's either from Johnny or Rebecca Wills. It's got a piece of tape there, but I kind of like what's going on underneath of it. Around in here. Looks like the tape is discolored a part of it. But you can do a rubbing on this. I might do that. I got some wax rub stuff from one of Debbie Epps' stash sales. So that's just the cover. This looks like it might have come from Miss Becky because she always packs things up nice like this. Let's see, it says, create what makes your heart dance and your soul sing. Shall we open it up? I don't think I ever opened it. Let's see. Let's open it with some, rather than rip at it. These are just, you guys, I have a whole shelf of small journals like this out in the living room. Most of them are scribble journals out in the living room. I like to do little scribble journals. I haven't been writing in them lately, but I scribble things like Janet Nash's prompts. And I actually did some of her prompts. I want to get started doing that again. I was going to go out and mow the lawn today, but I checked the weather and it's going to rain next week, so I'm not going to mow the lawn if it rains. Well, I got this far. Looks like it opens over here. All right, don't hide the opening from me. How do you get it in there? Is it here? Where's the opening to this? Here it is. Legia says, Jacqueline, hello. Okay, I'm getting off the train at my stop. Heading into beginner oil painting classes with my sis again. Well, yay! I'm glad you guys are doing that again. Then pizza! I just wanted to pop in and say hi to Meri and everyone. Well, Legia, welcome in. Have a great oil painting class. Good for you. I'm glad you two are doing that. Create what makes your heart dance and sing. I'm pretty sure this probably came from Becky. It was a little, sometimes when you participate in one of her swaps, she'll send you a little thank you. And I think this is probably what this is. It's a little journal. Create what makes your heart sing. I'll have to think about what makes my heart sing. You guys make my heart sing. I'm going to use this as a bookmark. Thank you. I'm pretty sure this came from Becky. Of course, if I don't know where something comes, it comes from Becky. All right. This looks like I folded a zine out of some Galaxy book paper here, and it's a larger zine. It's a larger one, a Galaxy one. And I never did anything with it. It's the solar system. And this reminds me so much of Dee Dee. Looks like I did paste in some things here. The sun, the solar system. I think I liked it so much the way it was that I didn't do any art on it. So that is another zine. This is definitely my work. This is the cover. I need to untie this, but it really closes up this way somehow. And this is my work with the tassel on the end. And opening it up, it just looks like a little, well, I don't remember doing this. So I don't usually do this type of thing, but there's a pocket in there. Some graphic 45 ladies here on this paper. Here's oh, is this from Becky? You be you. Did this come from Becky? This might have come from Becky, but I might have bound this journal and put some of Becky's work in it. This might have been paper from Becky. I know this is Becky because she was doing these You Be You cards. Now I hold this up a little more so you guys can see it. I get it out of frame. Hold on. There, whoops, got it up too high. It's kind of hard to get it in frame here because I'm measuring it against my... There we go. You be you. I love it. And it says Aunt Beck's Creations on there. And it's a little card. She says, hi, Meri. Thanks for joining in my Twinchies. This was a thank you for her Twinchy Inchy swap. I've enclosed a few extra goodies that could be turned into a small junk journal. I'm sure that's what all of this is. Happy creating, Becky. And then I turned it into a journal, and I really didn't do any more in it. She probably sent me these papers. And oh, here's some stuff back here. Some more graphic 45 and some more goodies underneath of this envelope. Oh, she was still sending me these sticker quotes. Thank you, Miss Becky. I should get in here and use these things. A book card, library card, not sure what that is, some sort of a registration card. Yeah, little journals, fun little journals. They're fun to make, aren't they? And I have four or five boxes of small pieces of paper. I think we should make some more small journals. Let me get this in here. Is there something in there holding it? There's more tucked in here. These small journals are fun to make, and you could probably do one in a live stream. Well, I don't think I put that one in there. Put it like that. And I'm pretty sure this is my work here because of the tassel. I made a journal out of Becky's, and I think this ribbon actually came from Becky's Happy Mail. I need to redo that. This is a journal that I did with Tanya and Lisa. And it's probably the first journal that I did with them a couple years ago. When they were meeting on Sundays, they would work on these journals, and we worked along with them. And I think this is the first one, Build Your Legacy. And I've got a cover here. And this is their binding, that binding. I got a tag in there. But they showed how to bind single pages. And that's what this is. This is similar to Coptic binding, but it's not Coptic binding. And yeah, they were doing small journals. Fun to do on scrap, I think scrap paper, hard cardboard things. And I think this is the first one that I did with them. And it's actually done because I worked right along with them. And we actually finished it. Very fun. Little gals there. Oh, cute. Cutie pies. Yeah. Actually, I really do like this journal. And then it closes up again. Where's the closure over here? Right here. My closures aren't exactly even. But it's got a ribbon, a black ribbon closure. I'm not sure. I'm just going to leave it like that. One of my fun ones that I did with them. And then we have this one, which is a chunky thing. I'm sure I did this. This is oh, there's a name for it. It opens this way, and this way. And there's a name for those type of journals. And I, of course, did tassels on this side, and this side, and this side. I was into doing those tassels when I bound my journals. And you open it up. There's a name for these when they open different ways. But this is the center one. And I was doing words. Elephant, bold, deer. And I think I picked these out of the dictionary. Because I have dictionary words in there. Crocodile, acorn. See, there's a dictionary. The bits are from the dictionary. The paper out here is not from the dictionary. So those are all words in there. And did I do words on the... Boy, I have. This is really thick, isn't it? Junk. Katie did. Crater. A gold piece in the center. Feels like a, almost like a linoleum, print on a linoleum piece or a plastic piece. I'm not sure what that is. And then it opens this way, and there's more words. There's out of a Needlecraft magazine. Cougar. So these are all words in here. I guess you could call this a word journal. and then it opens this way too. This was a fun one to do, but I sometimes get confused with it. But we did these with Tanya McGuire and Lisa Conway. They would stream on Sundays afternoons, and on Tuesday and Thursdays. They've since changed their... Tanya and her hubby travel a lot, and Lisa just had a hip operation, I think. She's okay, she's doing well, but they're streaming. I think Tanya's streaming again on Sunday afternoons. I don't get over there a lot. Well, I'm not sure I'm getting this closed right. I've got more thread on this side than I do on that, but we'll just close it like that. So fun. And then the last one I have is a tag button, kind of a pillow type thing, a pillbox, toilet paper, people paper journal. And some of these tags might be stuck in there. I really do like, you know, they did a tutorial, and I did my best, but see, I've got buttons on every tag, and I've got little pictures, vintage pictures that fit in to the page, into the row here. And you pull on the buttons to pull the tags out. And then I've got papers in between. Really a fun, and then I used bling on the inside here. It kind of built the bulk up here. I should have put some of them over on this side. But it was a fun journal to make, and here's how they were bound, how I bound it. I'm not sure. I bound it right in here and over here. I just kind of tied them together, I guess. But the buttons pull out. I have big black buttons. Oh, I don't have a button on some of these. I must have ran out of buttons toward the back. I've got some over here. I was looking for big black buttons. Let's pull one out. And little vintage photos on them. Fun little journals. And as I said, I've got more of these out by my recliner. They're mostly scribble journals, but still they're small. And let's tie this back up, however I had it. Looks like it starts here and here. And then I just wrap it around. And wrap this one around. Oops. So Legia is going oil painting this afternoon. She and her sister go to a museum there and take oil painting classes. And I'll say it again, if you haven't got to know her, get to know her. I'm just gonna kind of just wrap this around for now. And I'll just tuck it around this button. There we go. So I think what I'll do is keep these out in a box, and in my next stream, I'm not going to do it here. in my next stream, I'm going to paint this box, and I might go through my napkin stash. We'll see. And I'm zoomed in so you guys aren't seeing the entire box, but it's a nice kind of a shelf box that I either got at Walmart or Dollar Tree. They were going to throw it out. I said, no, I'll take it. So I'm just going to leave these little journals out. Let me come in and look at chat. I'm getting ready to sign off here. All of these little fun little journals. And I might have some more over on my bookcase. I'm sure I do. They're probably a little bit larger, more this size over on my bookcase. So, yeah, it's fun to go through these. It's fun to go through these. I have a zine journal someplace, and Arlene was asking me to show it, but I couldn't find where she was saying it was when I was doing the studio tour. And I think what she was looking at now was the, I have a scrappy calendar. I'm going to push this up a little. And I should probably leave the clothesline one here. I'm going to try to use this as this is a Galaxy zine. I'm not sure I showed that to you guys. I might have showed it in another stream. A Galaxy zine. I think I did a couple of these. Let's put these two. I want to set it up as a thumbnail. There. Okay, let me come out. There's Lisa. Oh, hi, Lisa. Welcome in. Lisa, when are you streaming these days? Lisa, do you remember doing those small journals with Tanya? That's what most of these were. Not all of them, but most of them were those small, when you and Tanya were doing those journal tutorials. You did a whole year of them. Constantine. Mama, I can even add you to my mailing list if you wish. She said, yes. Oh, Juju, I would love to see you in the classes. You will enjoy Katia. Those were your favorite things to do. Do you have a streaming schedule now, Lisa? We would love to know. We would love to know. I need to get it's over across the room, my little schedule of streams. I need to update that. I'm not streaming yet. I'm still trying to get my stamina back after the hip surgery. Well, good for you. Prayers for you. I'm sure glad that's over with for you. And we just pray that you heal up and get your stamina back. Now, your daughter is married now, isn't she, Lisa? If I remember right, did your daughter get married? Am I misinformed? And your son, is he still there with you? What's he doing now? Lisa's daughter is very artistic. We were always seeing things that when Lisa streamed that her daughter did. And Lisa is very artistic. You know, let me tell you, Lisa spins and weaves. When I was sorting here, I ran across that, what do you call that, drop spindle? You could sign up for. Yes, she is married and she's living in New Mexico. And Ethan is here with me. Well, good for you. Good for you, Lisa. I'm so glad. So I've learned a lot from Lisa. I just don't have time to do everything. Let's see. What else am I? Juju is here. Katia. I said hello to Mina. Legia is going oil painting with her sister. And then they're going out for pizza. Ooh, I'm going to go eat a slice of that bread. You're making me hungry. Becky popped in. Becky's working on her dresses for the Dress Girl. And she was watching the unboxing of dresses on and I can't remember, I want to say Maddie's channel. I'm sure she has a link to it, either on her group or on her channel, or maybe on Instagram. Becky participates in the Project Dress a Girl most years, and she's doing, I think she's doing close to 40 dresses that she's made for Project Dress a Girl this year. And they are so cute. You just want to hug the dresses. Let's see. Mama Juju and Katia are chatting about tatting. Patty Crane dropped in. Janet Nash was here, but she had to go eat lunch. And I got an ad. And then I lost my way. Connie Stanley dropped in, and Jacqueline was here, and I can't go up any further. So I want to thank you guys for popping in. This was an impromptu because I just wanted to share these with you. I'm going to work on painting that box, and I still want to work on my lampshade. And I'm slowly sorting through boxes out in the living room. I want to get those out of the living room and out of the dining room by the end of September. That's my goal. And I want to get it sorted in such a way that I don't junk up this room again. And then I'm going to sort in the back room. My stash room back there needs some sorting. And then I want to sort upstairs. And sometime in there, Becky says, take care, everyone. Sometime in there, I got to mow the lawn. Take care, Becky. All right, everybody. Juju says, oh, Big Bertha is wild. All right, everyone. Thanks for popping in to an impromptu. Have a great weekend. Bye.